So a very warm welcome to everyone. And as you might know, today again is a session towards journaling. So everybody, I would be looking at, you people having your pens and papers ready to begin some journaling, to look at some new topic today, and to be able to look at all the energies that we hold towards that topic.
Hello.
Can somebody speak?
Hello.
Me, are we audible?
Oh dear, then it must be my problem that I can't hear anyone. I don't know where the problem is, but that's all right. Okay, so let's begin. This is where we are today. The topic at hand being punishment. Punishment. So now going ahead with what are your thoughts about punishment? This word punishment comes to us when we are looking at so many things, looking at giving punishment to our children, receiving punishment from our parents. In society, as we look around, there are proper punishments for every offense that you make. The whole society works on punishment. And so today, it's a very, very prevalent thing that happens to us. If we speed, we get punished. If we do something to break the law, we get punished. So now looking at how you look at this word punishment. So sometimes people, especially there was an entire generation who said, punishment is necessary. For you to be able to manage your children, punishment is necessary. So is that what you also think? That if you are not punished, then you are out of hand. Or if people in the society are not punished, then they will go out of hand. If children are not punished, whatever it is, let us just explore everything today from the word punishment. Do you think punishment works to fix the problem? I'm going to actually give two or three sets of questions right away. And then whatever your emotions are, whatever your thoughts are about this word punishment, please write them down. If you think that your parents punished you and that is how you have become who you have today because of punishment or because of fear of punishment, simply go into those spaces. Go into those spaces and observe your thoughts about the word punishment. Do you think punishment is helpful? It might not be necessary, but do you think it is helpful? And then in the current roles that you hold, parent and office and whoever you are, do you think, in those roles that you hold, what is the purpose of the punishment? Do you punish people? Do you get punished? What is the purpose of punishment in the roles that you hold? So, as you look at this, look at the broadest aspects of crime and punishment. No matter who has done the crime, if it is you who has done the crime, whatever the crime be, whatever you think the law is that you have broken, etc., etc., look at the broader aspect of the crime and then punishment and how does it help? Does it help at all? Do you think it fixes the problem? In your role as a parent, do you think punishment is necessary and without punishment, your children are not listening to you if you can't punish them? Do you think it is necessary? When you think at the broader term of society, the prisons are all about punishment. The courtrooms are all about finding the guilty and punishing them. In your mind, what roles do you play that you think where punishment is necessary? And in your mind, what roles have people played with respect to the word punishment? When you look at the word punishment, what emotion do you experience? Unfiltered, unthought of. If you think that you've done something wrong and then you will get punished for it, what emotion do you experience? Again, if you think someone outside has done something wrong and should they get punished for it, what are your first thoughts about this word? Look at it now simply. So, this is the first time, rather, even in journaling, this is the first time that we are simply looking at the word and asking you to think about it. A word that we have not looked at earlier in terms of energy. And so take a look at this word itself. So amazing that we go through the aspects of punishment. We are driving from one place to another, we increase our car speed, and immediately the consequences flash in our minds. However, energetically, we haven't looked at this aspect of the word punishment. So, going into it right now, I simply want you to look at the word with respect to your particular role, maybe in the family, as a, you know, as a family holder, maybe in your job, you are asked to give punishments for whatever is done wrong. Maybe you are in the receiving place, but simply now to look at emotion when you look at the word punishment. So there we go. What do you count as some of your actions that you think are punishable? You know, do you do something on a regular basis which you understand that there is a punishment for it, but you do it nevertheless? You do it. You break some rules here and there. You know those are rules, but you break them. But what if somebody was to hold you accountable each time for those breakage of rules? What would you feel? Would you feel stifled? Would you feel like, I have no freedom? I need to be able to do this much? What would you feel? Have there been times in your life where you have been punished fairly and unfairly? Times in your life. Pause, ask the universe, where did I feel that I was being punished fairly? And what did you feel when the punishment was fair? Did you feel guilt? Did you feel anger? What did you feel? And then, if the punishment was unfair, then what did you feel? It's so amazing that we choose homes where, as per our energy, sometimes if you are a girl, you will be punished for something. But in the same household, if you are a boy, you will not be punished for something. And if that ever happens to you, on the basis of your circumstances, on the basis of your gender, on the basis of who you were, right now, go back into those spaces and take a look at the emotions. Sometimes at work, in another role, you might feel that you are being punished unfairly. Today, as we always do, we will look at the emotions. In the world that we live in, punishments are so common, and yet When Mani gave me this word, I was just surprised that really it hasn't come up in the energies to be looked at. In a few different ways, yes, but never as the word punishment. So today, that's what we do. Look at the energy of this word. When you are the one who is giving punishment, maybe to your children, maybe to a younger one, maybe to a sibling, when you are the one that is punishing someone. Sometimes, when we don't get what we want, and then let us say it is a spouse, and we punish them by not talking to them for 5 days, 6 days. If that is the punishment that you are giving out to someone, what is it that you are feeling as being the one who gives punishment? Somebody else has hurt you, done something to annoy you, and now you are the one who gives punishment. Even as you give punishment, even as you punish someone outside, are you really feeling at peace? Or are you coming from anger and resentment? What is your energy? Take a look when you give somebody a punishment. If there is an impact on others as you punish, look at the emotions created in you. If there was an incident that comes to mind where you punished someone or you got punished, but it impacted other people as well. Look into the emotions created in you then. And if right now you're sitting in a place looking at that incident, look into the emotions created now. As you think of that old event, look at the emotions created now. Incidents are coming to mind where, when I was punished unfairly, and the incident that is coming to mind reminds me of how defiant I was. I was defiant. I hated it that I was being unfairly punished, but at the same time, I was also so sad at being unfairly punished. And so these are the two frequencies that come to mind right now. Being defiant, this is me, and this is you, standing in complete separation with so much of hate against being unfairly punished. Again, another incident, we are just trying to make you expand your understanding. So, what are some of these punishments that have had a huge impact on you? Again, from there as well, emotions, emotions, emotions. Sometimes when we get punished and we vow to ourselves, we will never do that again. And we vow that, okay, this is something that is totally out of my life now. But sometimes it is not so much from the punishment, not from what you had to go through, but from the fear of punishment itself. Fear of punishment, fear of consequences of doing something. Take a look. The most important aspect, as with every day, every time we look into the energies, the most important aspect is uncovering your emotions. uncovering your emotions as I show you a few of the ways to look at punishment. Evaluate what punishment pattern do you recognize in yourself. When I say punishment pattern, some of the examples would be this. If you believe in karma and you think that karma bites back, what you are signing up for is that karma is all about punishment. That when you do something, then the karma is going to bite back. It is going to punish you. Bad karma, as much as you can identify with it, it will bite back. Karma bites back. Sometimes we are just sitting and listening to a story of what has happened to this one or that one. And this phrase comes to mind that, you know what, this is just their karma biting back. If you are signed up to this program that karma is indeed all about revenge by the universe, what is karma and it's biting back? It's a revenge by the universe for something that you did. And if you think that the universe is a revengeful actor in your life, this would be the line that you would be signed up for. If this is what you believe in, it's a very, very important unserving program. Unserving program. So take a look at it. If you believe in karma, and especially if karma will punish you tomorrow, this, do you think that God will punish for whatever one has done? That, okay, fine, you did something to me, I don't need to do anything, but God will punish you for what you have done. You might be saying it to someone else, but can you understand that you hold this program, that God is a punishing entity? God is a punishing entity. You might be saying it to someone else for something else that they did. But if you hold this notion that God punishes, then can you see that you have this program of God being a resentful, punishing entity? The universe, a punishing entity. Sometimes when we do something and we really, really beat ourselves for doing something wrong. I did something and that was 2 years ago. I cheated on someone and that was 3 years ago. Or I did something wrong. I cheated somebody out of some money and that was wrong. And now do you sit and beat yourself for what you did wrong? And sometimes what happens is we become so used to beating ourselves that after beating ourselves and calling ourselves names, we actually feel lighter. Our conscience feels clearer because we did something, but we are really, really so guilty for it, so apologetic for it. So do you actually feel, many people who are sitting in this space, they're constantly berating themselves for whatever they have done wrong in whichever way. And when they do that, after they've berated themselves, I'm this and I'm that, they actually feel lighter. They feel better in their heart. Does that change anything? Will it change them from doing something again? Probably not. But why? That reason we will talk about in the energies. But in that moment when they have beat themselves, their own selves, for something that they did yesterday, a few years ago, when they are berating themselves, what is this all about? Well, the energy play in punishment is all about blame and consequences. whether it is being expressed to somebody on the outside or it is to your own self. This is all about blaming someone on the outside, saying punishment is the right play for them, or blaming yourself on the inside and saying, oh my God, I should have been punished. This is what I do, and therefore this is what I did wrong, and I need to be punished, and then therefore the consequences. If you are creating this loop around yourself, please look at it whether it is somebody else that you believe should be punished, or it is you who is sitting in this want of punishment. This love, now that we talk the energy, this love to yourself is so conditional. So conditional. Moving on to what is it time to let go of? Guilt. If you did something wrong and you think that you escaped punishment, you would still be sitting in lots of energy of guilt. If you did something wrong, whether you were punished or not, you would have felt so much shame, and sometimes for your actions, the regret. So, if whether punishment happened or you punished your own self, if you are sitting in guilt, shame, regret, time to look into these frequencies. This is what is created from the events called punishment. When a punishment is given, when a punishment is received, what are the emotions? Lena, can you please stop scribbling on your screen? It's showing up over here and I can't do anything about it. When a punishment is given to us, we might be sitting in resentment. In resentment, anger, hurt. I was just talking about it. Our energies create these scenarios where we are being punished without what we think is a fault of ours. Unfairly punished, then what is that going to create in us? Resentment, anger, and hurt. Sometimes when we wish to punish somebody else already, where are we coming from? Resentment, anger, and hurt. These are the frequency plays in this whole game of punishment. So now to recognize. Recognize that wanting to punish others, the criticism of actions, is from the space that you deserve punishment. It is your own disappointment in yourself. Can you see that in this line itself, even wanting to punish others, the criticism and then wanting a punishment for others, the more you think that, oh my God, this person has done this. Let us take the worst case possible. You hear some news of, somebody raping somebody else. And now you are sitting in this space, you can see the entire event, and you feel so strongly that somebody who has done some such action needs to be punished. Punishment is the only way out. They need to be punished for their actions. As the finger turns inwards, your want to punish somebody on the outside, I would simply tell you, what is it that you are feeling? Forget the outside. Their story belongs to them. It is a point in their journey. But as you look at their journey, what are you feeling? Where are you sitting? as you begin to understand that even this need to punish others is from the space that they have done this, they deserve punishment. When the finger comes to you, you will also be in agreement that you, when you do something wrong, you deserve punishment. And so it is your own disappointment, your own anger at your own self that comes through in this entire set of events where punishment is at play. This is so difficult to catch, because then you would say, so are you saying to me that somebody you know, who rapes shouldn't be punished? When you begin to look at the energy of it, you are looking at it only for yourself. Whether he needs to be punished or not, that's his journey. In the big long cycle of journeys that we go through, he is going through his journey. He is sitting in some part. What is he going to feel? Maybe guilt, maybe shame, maybe regret. What is he going to experience? Will he be punished from his own experiences? Yes, that will come to him, maybe in this life, maybe not in this life. This life is not the measure of any of the experiences in totality. But when we look at somebody and saying, oh my God, he's doing so much wrong and is not being punished, forget the outside story and simply focus on your own self, on your journey. When he is not being punished and he is so unfair and he's such a criminal and he's not being punished, what am I feeling? Are you feeling resentment? Are you feeling anger? Then this is your energy that you want to look at. Because this resentment and anger is not for that person. We now all have begun to understand everything is about you only. And so when you sit in anger and resentment for something on the outside, it is still about you only. The anger that you feel is at yourself only. There is no other. And so, where will he go? What will he do? Why is he getting punished or not punished? You don't know their journey. You don't know how much they have traveled and how much they wish to go. But you do know that you, in this lifetime, have learned to look within. In this lifetime, you have understood how to change your frequency. And so, letting go of this idea of wanting to punish others because there are no others. Let's begin the healing of this space to look at ourselves as the creator. I am the vessel. I am the vessel. We just spoke about this. It's not about them, it's about you. I am the vessel holding these emotions. I am the creator of these emotions. And this is my experience of harsh judgments towards the self. Towards the self. Irrespective of who the judgment is about, this is the experience of harsh judgments towards the self. And now I move towards making kind judgments towards the self. I am worthy of love and not of punishment. I am awesome. Irrespective of our actions, in every moment, we are the creator. We are Shiva. In a costume that we are wearing, we might do right, we might do wrong. And these right and wrongs belong to judgments. So as I judge myself, what is going to serve me more is making kind judgments towards my own self. I am awesome. This is the kind judgment towards yourself, irrespective of who you are today, what actions you committed, what punishments you received, what punishments you gave, irrespective of what you had to do in your body to play the role. I am worthy of love. I am awesome. You replace judgments with the wholeness and acceptance of the self. I am wrong and I am right too. I am both sides of the coin. When you become both sides of the coin, that is complete, unconditional acceptance of the self. And so, as you take the frequency of Meenal, I am Meenal. I am awesome. I am Meenal. I am amazing. Sit for a few minutes and feel the feeling. Feel what it would be to be sitting as Meenal. Take a look at the picture alongside. Take a look at the smile and the complete acceptance and the bliss that you are in when you are Meenal. If you are Meenal and you did something today, screamed at people, shouted at people, punished, did not punish, would you be sitting holding that as your experience where now you are feeling guilt? No. You would be able to look at every aspect of yourself and accept it because you are in this frequency of unconditional love towards the self. I am Meenal. I love life and I'm thrilled to be receiving this powerful, amazing frequency from the universe. You are receiving it from the universe. I am Meenal. Take some time to let these lines sink in. Again, as I say, feel being Meenal. Not just saying it, but what would Meenal do? What would Meenal look like? What would Meenal be feeling? Bring that to yourself because in this moment, as you say it, you are indeed that frequency. It's just a frequency, but in this moment, it is yours. So feel the frequency of joy. Feel the frequency of masti. If you are indeed sitting in masti, would there be a smile on your face or not? If you are sitting in masti right now, would there be a smile on your face? If you understand this, then right now, bring that smile to your face. Bring it in conscious awareness. Feel that awesomeness right now. Punishment will continue to be a word in our lives. But anytime that you recognize this need to give someone a punishment or to be punished, remember, this is simply a judgment of right and wrong. And if you have to make a judgment, Make the most awesome judgment on yourself. You are amazing. You are awesome. The awesomest there is, that is you. As you replace one judgment from the other, remember that replacement is all about the moment. So, as I just said, tomorrow there might be this whole game of punishment all over again. Fair, unfair, just a judgment. To give punishment, to not give punishment, just a judgment. Sit and take a look at your own emotion. Your own emotion is your energy, and that is creating your today, your tomorrow. When you sit in the energies of guilt, shame, regret, anger, hurt, what do you think tomorrow is going to bring more of? Is that really where you want to be? Or do you wish to be in a space where more and more love is received by you? So then, when it appears tomorrow, you can let go of it again and simply replace the emotion with Meenal frequency. Feel it. Nowadays, when you say, I take energy from Meenal, I remind you, feel it. Be in that frequency of bliss. Feel it. Spend a few minutes recognizing your frequency, letting go of that frequency, and tuning into a smile. Simply that, tuning into a smile. So, in this moment, what would Meenal do? Smile. In this moment, how would Meenal be? Awesome, amazing. Who are you in this moment? Just this moment. Awesome, amazing. What are you ready to celebrate in this moment? Your awesomeness, your amazing self. A celebration every moment of your awesomeness. I feel awesome because I am awesome. Okay, everyone. That was the session for today. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, I see there is a lot of questions on chat. Okay. So somebody says, I was never punished as a child by my parents, but there is so much love. I was often scared of hurting them. So love can also discipline. Can you see in the word discipline itself? There sits a judgment. There sits a judgment. And actually, this you've already written. I was often scared. You're sitting in fear frequency of hurting them. They don't exist. So you are sitting in fear frequency and you are fearful of hurt. You are fearful of experiencing hurt in your own space. Can you see when the fingers turn within how you can look at it? They didn't punish you, but you have the program of punishment to yourself. That is what it is. When you want to discipline somebody on the outside or your own self, it is already that you are punishing yourself while having done nothing. How amazing is that discipline? Children need to be disciplined, and love can also discipline. Unconditional love, whether you are disciplined or not disciplined. Unconditional love on days when I'm disciplined, unconditional love when I'm not disciplined. Mom, show your nails. Yeah, after a long time, I came back home and I painted my nails. So funny. After a long, long time.
So,
Anyways, so looking into it to say, what do I feel about the word discipline? Because when discipline is broken, that's exactly when punishment happens. And over here, you are saying love can discipline. But what about if there is no discipline? Are you afraid that there is no discipline? Are you afraid of what you would be if you weren't disciplined? Take a look at your fear with respect to the word discipline. Why does one need to be disciplined? What will happen if they are not disciplined? Take a look. It's your fear, your understanding of your judgment is what is being called out for. Okay, everyone. So this be the session for today. Any other questions? All good. Okay, and indeed, I don't know what is the problem with this, but I cannot hear any of you. So lots and lots of love to all of you. And thank you, everybody.